Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a Crosswatchers reading for people who are dealing with a Sagittarius. I realized I had forgotten one sign to do the Crosswatcher series for, and that was for Sagittarius. So, Crosswatchers, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they could have Sagittarius in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements. This reading is for you, Sagittarius people. You are more than welcome to watch this reading. I don't recommend it, but you're more than welcome to. Try not to take it personally. Okay? So if it doesn't fit, chuck it in the fucking bucket. Okay? All right. So Crosswatchers dealing with a Sagittarius. Please keep in mind these readings are general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, do not try to make it fit. Everything is subject to free will and the will of the divine. No one is free from law of cause and effect. This is what you need to know about your Sagittarius, what is going on with them right now. If you need or want to get a personal reading with me, that is tailored specifically to your energy regarding the Sagittarius, my email will be in the description box below. Please don't forget to, I do offer $10 off for first-time clients who get their first reading with me, so definitely take advantage of that, okay? All right, so let's see. What is going on with this Sagittarius that the Crosswatchers is dealing with? All right, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. Okay. All right. So they could be struggling with moving on or moving forward from the situation. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius in any capacity. So that could be, you know, that could be a romantic partner. That could be a friend. That could be a family member. That could be, you know, a coworker, a boss, a neighbor even. So what I'm getting to, if you've had any disagreement with a Sagittarius, I don't highly recommend it. I'm just saying. They are a fire sign, but they are very, I believe they're, don't quote me on it, but I believe they're mutable. They're more, and I'm not dissing the other fire signs. I'm not dissing the Leos or the Aries out there of the world, okay? But Sagittarius is more of the philosophical, they're more of the more spiritual of the fire signs. Although I do have to say, I do feel like Aries has its spiritual aspects. Leo is also very intuitive, I find. But Sagittarius is definitely more spiritual of all three fire signs for how I have perceived them personally. So that is not dissing anybody. I'm just saying. But this particular, I almost said Aries. You could be an Aries Crosswatcher. This particular Sagittarius is struggling with moving forward from something. I feel like it could have been a disagreement that you could have had with this Sagittarius. Or Crosswatcher, they feel, this particular Sagittarius may feel like you are struggling with moving forward from this particular disagreement. Or say that again, Spirit. Excuse me. It doesn't have to be like a blowout fight, although it could be. It could have been like a differing of opinions, or you know, just a disagreement. You could even be an Aquarius Crosswatcher dealing with a Sagittarius. What else, please, about the Sagittarius for the Crosswatcher? Yeah, the Strength card in the upright. They're holding back, though. But they're doing it with great courage. This Sagittarius has a great level of heart. Okay? They have a great level of courage and personal restraint. Like, they have a level of maturity, if that makes sense, right? Like, they're able to, what's the word? They can maintain. Don't get it twisted, though, is what Spirit is saying. Don't get it twisted. Like, if you push this Sagittarius hard enough, they're liable to fly off the handle. But you have to, like, push them. You know, like, this is the type of Sagittarius that they don't typically let anybody get them out of pocket, basically. Okay? They have a great how do I say it? They have a great strength in their conviction, meaning like if they have their mind set on something, they're going to achieve it. Period. If they have decided that you, Crosswatcher, whomever you are, ain't worth the time, that's their decision. And it's pretty much final. But also at the same time, it's not without cause, and it's not without fair warning is what I'm hearing. So, example. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So, like, okay, Spirit. Like, keep talking, and missing up my train of thought. So, basically, like, they'll give you a heads up. Like, okay, this bothered me. Whatever the case, whatever it is, right? And if you continue to do whatever it is, maybe they'll tell you one more time. Out of courtesy. Right? Or not even courtesy. It's like maybe they actually like you, or maybe they actually love you. But if you do it again, then that's it. You see what I'm saying? Like this, whomever the Sagittarius is, they know who they are and they know who they're not, basically. And they have great character. Like this is like someone who's very regal in their character. I don't know if that, probably not explaining that right. I feel like I may not be capturing what I'm seeing in my head and what I'm feeling. Like, they know what they want. They know what they don't want. They know who they are and who they are not. They're not trying to be someone that they're not, if that makes sense. And they're not going to let you, Crosswatcher, or anybody else tell them who they're not and who they are. But for some reason, they're having a hard time moving on from a disagreement that the two of you may have had, or they feel like you are. Could have been over finances possibly, but it does, or an offer, or maybe an idea. That's what I just heard. What else, please, about the Sagittarius? But it's not because they can't get over shit, is what I just heard. It's because it was that egregious. So, Crosswatchers, if you've done something, and I'm not accusing you of anything, but if you have done something that was, and only you would know, okay? If you've done something really egregious, which is like pretty bad, okay? And if you've done something really bad or very egregious, that's like really bad, okay? And you don't take accountability for it, okay? And or you haven't taken accountability for it, or you have dismissed or invalidated this Sagittarius's experience of whatever you've done, or both, right? This Sagittarius is going to struggle, or is struggling with forgiving you, basically, or accepting you back into the fold. Whether that is romantic partnership, whether that's friendship, family dynamic, business opportunities. Because until you take accountability, Crosswatcher, okay? And again, I'm not accusing you. It could, maybe it's reverse. I don't know. But this is about Sagittarius, and I can only tell you what Spirit is telling me, and I'm going to tell you what the cards are. And take it for whatever it is, okay? Until you, Crosswatcher, take accountability. And this is peeking at the Sagittarius, so again, whatever. The comments are I've turned off the comments on the Crosswatcher readings because I just don't want to hear the mess. I just don't. Until you take accountability for whatever the fuck you've done or said or not done or said, this Sagittarius may not forgive you. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Now, yeah, and there may not be movement forward. Chariot in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. 10 of Cups in the reverse. It could be a family dynamic or a family situation. So if you are a family member to this Sagittarius and you have upset the Sagittarius or offended or been kind of dismissive, invalidating, disrespectful, or just plain out rude or hurtful in some form or fashion, this particular Sagittarius may not forgive you until you actually acknowledge what you've said or done that was hurtful or disrespectful in some form, or invalidating, whatever it was. Okay? Like, they won't be able to let it go. Like, you can't just, like, say something or do something hurtful like that and then go to bed at night and then wake up like nothing fucking happened. You know, that's like, really, that's kind of like, oh, to me, it would feel like very dismissive or very like invalidating. Something now, sometimes going to bed and sleeping on something does help a situation. Yes, it, you know, calmer heads prevail, right? Or excuse me, cooler heads prevail. However, that may be true at times, but at the same time, if the situation or whatever was done is still, if you do that, that's fine. But if you don't address whatever was done, then it can become as a tool of avoidance. And somebody here is not taking accountability. And I feel like that is what this Sagittarius is feeling. They're feeling like the crosswatcher. Okay. Now, crosswatcher, you could have just witnessed this go down. You don't even have to be directly connected to it, or you could have done this. But if they feel like no accountability is being taken for, okay. So if you want the Sagittarius to forgive you, then one, you have to acknowledge what was done or said completely, why it was wrong, why you were wrong, and apologize for that, and then state what you're going to do going forward in the future for that thing or words for whatever to not happen again going forward. Basically. Yeah. What else, please? About the Sagittarius, please, for the crosswatcher. Yeah, Ace of Swords in the reverse. So, there's no communication. If you want this Sagittarius to speak to you, you have to go to the Sagittarius. They are not going to come to you, crosswatcher. That is like no communication. There's no clarity. This Sagittarius is not going to come to you to tell you what you did wrong. I just heard you already know. Or, well, I just also heard you should know. Now, maybe you do know, maybe you don't know. Now, that is a possibility, too, that you don't know exactly what it is that you did or said or didn't say or didn't do. That is a possibility, too. However, the burden of you finding out exactly what it is that you did or didn't do, if you truly do not understand or truly don't know, is still up to you, crosswatcher, to go towards the Sagittarius and say, hey, have I done something to offend you, hurt you? Have I done something wrong? And then listen, and then acknowledge, then apologize. If you care, if you want to make amends, and if you actually care about the Sagittarius. Now, if crosswatcher, if you don't really give a shit about the Sagittarius, you don't really care about the relationship and or the connection, friendship, romantic partnership, business opportunity, whatever, then do whatever. But if you care, then maybe go ask. If you truly don't know. But if you do know, then maybe it's taking accountability, putting the pride aside a little bit, putting the ego down, and maybe going and apologizing might do that. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're waiting for the Sagittarius to come and tell you what you did or didn't do, what you said, what you didn't say, that hurt this person or hurt their feelings or offended them or whatever the case may be, at least at this point, you're going to be waiting a very long time. And at a certain point, they're probably never going to come back around. At least that's what I'm hearing. But if you want them, if you're expecting them to just go to sleep, wake up, and pretend like whatever happened didn't happen, that's not going to work for this particular Sagittarius. I'm just putting it out there. That tactic is not going to work because Spirit is letting me know that has been a tactic for multiple times or for a long time possibly, and that's just not faring well. It's just not conducive. It doesn't really resolve anything. It doesn't get anything, nothing comes to resolution. There's no common ground. It doesn't fix the situation. There's no meeting of the minds. It doesn't solve shit. It's just a tool of avoidance at this point. That's not going to fly. It's just not. Not, at least not this time. probably not ever again is what I'm hearing. So again, if you care about this particular Sagittarius and you want the Sagittarius in your life in any form or fashion, then it would behoove you to probably go and try to figure it out. And if you truly don't know, that's okay. Maybe you could still go ask, but be prepared to be told. You're told what you did or what you didn't do, whatever the case may be, but listen and then apologize, and then going forward, don't do whatever it was. You see what I'm saying? But still take accountability. And if you do know, then maybe you need to put the pride and ego aside, or this is just a thought, just an idea, and go apologize. It's just an idea. I just work here, people. All right, what else do they need to know about about the Sagittarius, please? The skull. They'll end it. They'll end it. They'll walk away and be completely done. Crosswatcher, if you don't make it right, at least apologize. And then going forward, fix it. Or correct that behavior or whatever. It needs to transform. They'll end it. You see what I'm saying? What else, please? Yeah, they'll stop communicating with you. You need to call this person. Crosswatcher, if you care about the Sag, you need to give them a call. Fucking for real. Ask questions. Ask questions. Or maybe this Sagittarius has questions for you. Possibly. I mean, and if they do, maybe answer them appropriately. You know? They want to speak to you, Crosswatcher. But but I feel like they're waiting on you to contact them. I feel like they do want to talk, though. You know? I do feel like they do. But that will be totally up to you. But I feel like they're putting the responsibility in your hands. They're not going to come towards you. You need to go. If you care, if you actually care, you'll go towards this person. If you actually care, right? Let me get you some Scrabble tabs. So this can be first, middle, last initial of your name, their name. You can make words, which is kind of like a puzzle, like additional messages. What do you have for the Crosswatcher dealing with the Sagittarius, please? All right. First letter is O, I, B, N, S, O, I, G, oops, Z, T, I, V, G, T, E, and R. Okay. All right, let's see. Guidance for the Crosswatchers dealing with the Sagittarius. Let's see. Crosswatchers. Guidance for the Crosswatchers, please. Take time to breathe out. So take a breather, take a moment, center yourself, ground yourself, and then, make the decision to go and listen and obviously take accountability, right? I don't recommend getting defensive because that's not real accountability. If you're defending actions, lack thereof, words, not saying something, whatever it is, that's not real accountability, right? But so take time to breathe out. And then a personal issue reaches resolution. So you can't, whatever this is, it can be resolved. Okay? But it's going to take you, Crosswatcher, taking accountability for whatever was done. Now, again, I'm not painting the Sagittarius as a victim here. Okay? I can only tell you what the messages I'm getting from Spirit, my intuition, and the cards. Okay? This person, this Sagittarius, is not going to come towards you. If you care about them and you want to make something right with them, because it feels like they feel kind of offended in some form or fashion. So, or they don't feel like you hear them, or they don't feel like you care, maybe. There's something like that, or like it almost feels like they're being, like the Sagittarius is being invalidated or something to that effect. And they don't appreciate that. So, of course, I don't feel like anyone would ever appreciate that. So, if that's something that you've done, Crosswatcher, then maybe something to think about, right? You wouldn't like that, right? I know I wouldn't like that. So, take a moment, center, take a moment, and, because I do feel this can be resolved. Because it says it. Personal issue reaches resolution. It can be resolved, but it's going to take you, Crosswatcher, putting the ego and pride aside and actually going towards this person in the Sagittarius and saying, I fucked up. And then saying how it's fucked up, why, and say, going forward, yada, 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 and taking accountability and then moving forward from there. Okay? Well, I hope this has helped you, Crosswatcher. That has been the reading. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And take care of yourself. Till next time. Bye.